Hello CSAEers, this is Stephen Trustrum, Manager Content for CSAE, and this is the first Facebook Live Conquering Content session that we're hopefully going to do every Wednesday at 11 a.m. If people are interested, if they're engaged, we'll keep doing this, and this is just the first try to see how things go. And let me just get rid of my Outlook warning that it is time to do this broadcast and make sure everything's working fine. See if anybody's coming online. We are live, so by all means, stop in, see how things are. I'm looking to see if anybody's going to post any comments or questions that they may have. Let's see if we're going here. Am I even showing up as live at the moment? Let me just see if anyone's there. All right, so I was hoping to take some questions, see if anybody had anything they wanted to ask. If not, I'll just start with some comments here. And just a good starting point, I think, is talking about just the nature of Facebook Live is using video. Let's talk about using video to engage your audience and create content that is spontaneous and also personable, because obviously, especially in the live version, you can't do any cuts. If you make a mistake, if you stutter, if someone were to knock on the door right now and shout fire, it's all live. There's no way to edit it out. So even with mistakes, you can use that to your advantage when you're using video content, because people tend to relate to it. You know, it makes you more personable. It makes it more real to your audience, because they see that, you know, not everything is scripted, not everything is perfect. So you can actually turn a mistake into a benefit if you're able to think quickly on your feet and keep rolling with it. So if you're someone who's not very imaginative, you might have more problems doing rolling with a mistake, and you might have more problems just doing live streaming anyway. So make sure you've got someone who is able to do live streaming if that's the choice you want to go with your content. If not, there's always prepared videos. They're always very engaging. You'll get very good responses out of them on your social media, so long as you create something that is engaging, is able to get people's attention as well as their interest, just because of the information you're offering. It's great if you have good information that you want to offer in your videos or any content in general, but if you're just sitting there just delivering it off of a script or just off the top of your head with no interest whatsoever, you're only going halfway, and you're not going to get people interested. It reminds me of this story. It's not a story if I'm the person involved. It's an anecdote. It reminds me of this anecdote when I was in high school, and I always hated to read in front of the class. Hated it. So I'd always find a way to get out of it. And the way to do that, when your turn is, can you please read this chapter, Stephen Trustrum, would be to just read it completely deadpan and just monotone. Yes. This is how I read in class. And I was delivering the information, I was delivering the content, but the teacher would quickly say, okay, on to the next person, because nobody was interested in hearing what I had to say. I was not engaging, I was not entertaining. And you can't be that way with your content. If you've got something great to say, something great to share with your audience, but you're delivering it with, this is what you need to be doing at your events. It's fantastic. You'll get great results. Nobody's going to watch you. Nobody's going to care what you have to say, no matter how valuable that information actually is, just because you're not going to be able to keep their attention long enough. So this is the value of video content, is to be engaging in a really spontaneous way. All the information we have on video, especially in social media, is that it's only becoming more and more useful. Everybody's doing it, from small businesses to the largest corporations. They're finding a way to incorporate live video into their events and into their branding messaging, into their marketing, into their promotions. So don't be afraid to try it. You may want to try a few dry runs first. Record it, see how it looks, run it by some of the people in your office to see what they think before you go live. With me, I really don't care. I have no shame. Anybody who's seen any of the CSAE promotional videos with me dressed as Doc Brown or me wearing Christmas antlers, I just have no shame. As long as I get the information out there and people find it interesting enough to watch, it's all good. Of course, there are certain ways that you can make your videos perform better. The information is coming back on how videos are trending is that yes, they are doing better overall, but there is a way that people are using them, especially in things like Facebook, is that say you're at work, where I am right now, you're at work and you're just killing time while you're doing your work, you need something in the background. A lot of people are going to things like Facebook or Twitter videos and the like, or especially YouTube, and they're actually playing things in the background. They're working on their screen, but in the background they have the video playing, so they're listening to it. So it's very important that your videos not just be all about the visuals. Like, it's great that you have something in your video that captures people's attention. There's that one thing that stands out, but you also have to have really good spoken content. So those people who are interested in listening to you, but maybe it's not appropriate that they watch what you're doing because they've got other stuff to do. That's a valuable and growing audience segment. So they have to be, you have to pay attention to them if you want your content to really catch on. Of course, there's other things you can do with your video content. I'm doing this on Facebook Live, and it's live right now, but I have the chance, but I can record it and save it and archive it. Then I can download it. So I will take this Facebook Live video, I'll do some editing, put some a tail end and intro screen and outro screen, some text on it, and then I'll upload it to YouTube. Segments of it will go on Twitter. So it's not just limited to the social media platform that I'm currently using. There's ways to roll it out and reuse. And that's another good thing with video, is that you can chop it up. You can get editing software for free. You can get even better editing software really cheap. And you can roll it out into other mediums. You can chop it up and put it into like a 15-second, 13-second promo segment with a really good quote. So there's all kinds of things you can do with video. I'm not really seeing anyone pop on right now, so I think I'm just going to wrap this up and then head off for the day, and maybe give this a try again next week and see if anyone will swing by and want to interact, because it's great that I can offer my opinions and my expertise, my information through Facebook Live, but this really only works if people show up and ask questions, which is what we really want to have happen here. Otherwise, it's just me moving my hands a lot and saying things to a camera. So that's just the brief intro to video content. No questions, so there's nowhere really for me to go with this, but if you do watch this when I take the video and put it out into the world afterwards, you have any questions, you want me to expand on something, or just give more information, by all means comment on it then. Send me questions at steven@csae.com. You can direct message me through Facebook. You can leave questions on the Facebook, CSAE Facebook webpage, Twitter, whatever. Just get in contact with us. We'll be back next Wednesday, and I think what I'm going to be talking about then is how to come up with really engaging imagery for things like blog posts, event posts, anything where you're grabbing some kind of photo or image or banner or something like that. Just how to get an image that stands out. It stands out from what everybody else is doing, so that people will stop and look at your content instead of just scrolling on by. So that is it for me on Wednesday, June 14th with Conquering Content, the first webcast. Steven Trustrum, Manager of Content here at CSAE. I hope everybody has a good rest of the day. Enjoy your lunch. And it is Wednesday, so you're halfway through the week. So, just bear down, push through it, and we'll see you next week.